Hello techies. Welcome to our brand new video series focused on helping you get the most of your experiences in life. Before we start the video, let's know about Upptalk. Upptalk is a live, interactive platform for software training, furnishing robust personalities who could take on universal business platforms.
We know that a grade is the pay range, and it is a reference, or in other words, it is a guideline very important. A compensation grade is a guideline. Okay, it will give you the range as a reference. Okay, now, grade profile is kind of a subset of a compensation grade, but the grade profile will allow you to assign a worker to a different compensation range than the default. What does that mean? Let's use an example. Okay, let's use an example here. Let's say you are saying, managers is the manager is a great. Right, manager is a great. And you are saying that, okay, my manager will get between 80,000, 50,000 to 80,000 US dollars. Right, that is the compensation of a manager. This is a range, right? It's a compensation grade, is a range of pay. Now, this was all fine when you had offices only in the US. Now you are opening up offices in the UK as well. Okay, and in the UK you started hiring and you are seeing. You look at the marketplace, you look at the compensation that is given there, and your compensation team comes up with a new guidelines. It says 40,000 to 90,000 GBP, the British pound. Okay, and this is for your managers. But in London or in the UK in general, is this a problem? The way we define the compensation? No, why not? Or why not? If I now hire a worker in the US, what is my range? $50 to $80. $50 to $80. If I hire a worker in the UK, you're saying for 1,000, yeah, but in the compensation. What if I say what is the range of pay? For managers. What is the range of pay for managers? What will be your idea? Are they the same currency? No. So is it very simple to answer 50,000 to? Because it's a first rate or country correct, right? So let's say if you allow this, so how will you define the range now? Now let me make it even more confusing. Let's say for India, Bangalore, India. Right, you are paying, let's say, 10 lakhs to 25 lakhs INR. Now go figure, what is the range of pay for managers? But is it the way to convert everything into USD? And so now you are going to do a conversion, that means you have to know the weights and so on. It makes it so complicated. Now let's say a recruiter, or maybe a compensation partner, who is doing with hiring someone in India. Will he or she be bothered about what is the trade in the UK, or what is the grade in the US? Should they be even looking at those ranges? No, right. Why is there even a category where all of them are mentioned together? Because everything is a different organization. Why everything is a different organization? Remember, go back in time when we discussed about supervisory organization, got it? All the members in a supervisory organization may not be in the same location, right? And we also have this other condition and other question that I asked. That's, all the members of a supervisory organization have to belong to the same company. And we all agree that the answer is no, right? So now, if you are hiring managers in a supervisory organization and those managers happen to be in different countries, are we doing it based on company? We are doing it based on the company, right? Yes, but when we are doing this company, when we are hiring managers, we are all putting them in the same supervisory organization, right? We are not doing it here on the basis of company yet. I'm just asking that. Okay, they are in different locations, different countries with different currencies, right? So what is my pay range then for managers? That's the question. I have to use it in the condition format, right? Of course, yeah. Because you can see that here you have some conditions, right? It has to be like us UK, India, so it is like based on the country. But my question is it very straightforward to answer? What is the range of faith for managers? No. Is it very easy to say? The answer is no. But do we have ranges for each country? Yes. So there is a range of pay, but can I say it is localized? The range of pay is localized. Can I say like that, I'm fine to a particular location? Correct, right. So it is localized. So the range is there, but it is more localized, correct. So to achieve that, we have something called as grade profiles. The grade profile will allow you to assign a worker to a different compensation range than the default, right? So we have to use if you have people who are going to be using different range of pay, then we have to use grade profiles. We may not use grade profiles if everybody falls up at the same range. Right, if we have all the workers in the S. In the same location without much fuss, then. Yeah, you can just define one range, right, that's fine. Or maybe you decide that, okay, irrespective of the location my worker can be in UK, India, China, Brazil, doesn't matter, I will pay them the same rate as my employee in the US, right? You may be generous, you may do that. So in that case, do you need separate ranges for each country, each location? If you are going to pay everybody the same way, the answer is no, right? If you have one range for everybody, I mean for all managers, and you don't need to create separate bridges. But that is not how organizations work, isn't it? We have different ranges of pay based on multiple factors, isn't it so? So the point is, if you are going to have different ranges of pay based on any condition, then you need to localize your range of pay, and we have to use something called as grade profiles. So grade profiles will allow you to assign a worker to a different compensation range than the default. Now, there is some best practices associated with this. If your grades are going to have profiles, if at all, you are going to have multiple ranges of pay based on some localizations. Then the best practice is to set up grades with a default pay range of 0. Right, like going back to our example, if I ask you, what is the range of pay? In this particular case, can we say 10 lakhs to 25 lakhs? You see the upper range here, 25 lakhs, is still less than $50,000 if you do the currency conversion. because $50,000 comes up here on 35 locks, or maybe a little bit more, 37, 38 lines, right? So this is completely two different. So how will I say what is the range of pay for managers? Difficult to say, so we will say it is 0 to 0. 0 to 0 USD. That is the range of. Okay, we will not define anything. Instead, we are defining the ranges in the grade profiles. I confused you, right? Okay, but now? Okay, let me ask you this. Do we need to use grade profiles always? Should we always use grade profiles? What is the answer? Different currencies, not always right. We need not use grade profiles if we are going to pay our employees in the same manner. If you do not need to have separate ranges, then we do not need to use grade profiles. In that case, what will we use if all are all? Managers are in the US. Let's say I have only one country of operation, and all my people are in the US. Then do I need to use grade profiles? No. The answer is no. Then what will be the grade? Grade is the range of pay. So then what will be the grade? Then we can have something like this, $50,000, $80,000. That is fine, isn't it? We don't need to. We do. We don't need to define grade profiles in this particular case, if all my managers are in the US. Only if you need to assign workers to different pay ranges other than the default, only then we will use the option of grade profiles. You don't need to use grade profiles always. Only when we are assigned different ranges then we need to use. Okay, it's like a trump card up there in your sleeve that we will use only for our rare conditions, got it? So what is the best practice? If you are going to use grade profiles, if grades will have profiles, then the best practice is to set up the grade with the default pay.
Please do like, share and subscribe to our channel. For more information, contact us at sales@upptalk.com.